hello, you all. Happy Monday. For those of you that are new to me, hello, my name is Brooke-Sidney. I'm a spiritual wellness coach and speaker, and I specialize I don't know if it just started, so I'm going to say hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. For those of you that are new to me, hello, my name is Brooke-Sidney. I am a spiritual wellness coach and speaker. I'm also an author, coach, editor, and ghostwriter. And mindfulness is my jam, right? Mindfulness is my jam. Soulful mindfulness is my specialty. And I help folks with mindfulness, mindset, and manifestations or miracles. And today I'm getting on because one, it is Mind Soulful Monday. And two, God's doing that thing again, pricking my spirit, having me kind of get out of my own comfort zone and really talk about what is going on and offer up some tools that I feel like I can help with. So, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy for those of you that are tuning in. And so, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but life right now is probably safely defined as uncertain, right? Uncertain. And as I have gone throughout this crazy day, I think some of you may have seen my post earlier today about how I keep having to go back to my breath work. I keep having to recenter myself, anchor myself, reconnect myself with my breath because of all of the things that are going on right now, right? And I don't know if you guys are aware, right? Um, I'm sure you are, right? Everything from spikes or peaks with the pandemic to, I think my mom just even sent me a recent news article about even if we get a vaccine, right, there's not going to be enough glass vials. Like, the good news is not raining down upon us per se at this exact moment. And I think as mothers and as those of us that are working from home now, which are a lot of us, we have children that are bouncing off walls that we are trying to keep educationally enriched and continuing to grow. At least I'm going to speak for myself over here. So we've gone into really uncharted territory. And I don't think I'm alone in saying that this is a heavy burden to carry, right? Many of us are feeling super, super weighted down and reaching for our normal, right, coping mechanisms, our normal tools. And in some cases, that's actually falling short for us. And so today I just wanted to get on, first of all, and address it, right? Address it. The title for this live stream is about don't hold our breaths. We actually need to breathe. So just breathe. And I wanted to talk about that on a couple different contexts, right? So, there's so much going on. And if you haven't been following the news lately, and maybe if you don't have kids, then what I'm about to say might be a surprise. But for the rest of us, we've been dealing with trying to manage COVID, pandemic, potentially changing work, and on top of that, be the best possible parent we can be, right? Be the best possible parent we can be. And I would say that most parents, especially those that are not highly skilled in the area of homeschooling, our limits have been tested. Our abilities to multitask has been tested. Our patience, has been potentially pushed to the limits, right? And I think our creativity in terms of finding, at least for me, in terms of finding growth, enriching activities for my son to participate in so that he doesn't end up with, oh my gosh, just so much screen time is a constant to do on my list now. And I know I'm not alone. And then if you're following the news, they're talking about today the fact that right now there's no true pathway back to normalcy as it relates to work and school and our kids. And so there's a lot of people right now, based on all of these things, trying to figure it out or having a hard time just catching our breath. And my heart really goes out to everyone in this space right now. And I know there are people that are really truly feeling like they're not directly affected by the pandemic. And God bless you, that's awesome. But for a lot of us, even if per se the illness hasn't touched you in a health way, again, God bless you, it has had a ripple effect in terms of the other weights and other priorities and other work that many of us, especially working parents, have had to deal with. And there's an article, I think it's in CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, that is talking about the devastating effect that the pandemic is having on working parents, especially my fellow working mothers. And so this live stream is really, oh, I'm really seeking to lend a level of support. And I feel especially drawn to speak to my fellow Black women, my fellow women of color, that so oftentimes we are told, or we were taught, that we need to be strong. I don't know if anyone's feeling me on that, but we were taught that we need to be strong, and that strength looks like us handling it all and not complaining about it, not acting like almost anything is happening, and just continuing to roll with the punches. But what ends up happening so often when we admit it, when we are now sick or ill, right? Because stress does actually reduce your immunity. That's why this is such an on-time message, is that we have to learn how to start taking care of ourselves. And that means not just hitting up the, nail salon, even though I'm all for it. I'm all for the nail salon. I'm all for getting my weekly massages, as you all know. But taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, right? And that means making sure that we're not just holding our breaths, and that we're not just holding on and expecting someone to make sure that we're okay. And so often that is the case. As women and as mothers, we shoulder and weather a lot. And I'm just going to be honest. If you grew up in a Black household or a lot of people of color's household, we were expected to grin and bear it. And as children, a lot of us grew up as be seen and not heard. So what that meant is that you stuffed down your emotions and that you just handled it, right? And being strong meant taking on more and not complaining about it, not bucking the system, not registering your needs, not registering your emotions. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself. I know there are other people out there. They're my friends. They're my family members. They're my mother. They're my this is real. And so what I am seeing now is that we need stopgaps. We need places and times and support systems just for us. We need mechanisms and tools to let the air out. And I'm concerned that there are people that are still holding their breath and running around and acting as if everything is okay. And I think that, mark my word, I've said this before, we're going to see trauma effects from this period both as adults and as our kids. If we don't process what we are going through as we are going through it, my concern is that we are going to be having trauma-like symptoms and reactions to this for years to come. And so my best hope and my gift of support is to make sure I'm helping all of us, as many as I can, process through this time to let the air out, right? To let the air out. I'm being tapped now more than ever for a lot of emergency mindfulness or meditation sessions. I'm getting calls, I'm getting instant messages, I'm getting DMs for people that just even need 15 or 20 minutes of a safe space and container to reconnect to what they know to be true, and that is within, in order to be able to face the moments that await them after the meditation ends. And I'm saying this to you because I feel like there needs to be an awareness brought to the fact that what you're going through and how you're feeling and your tools to cope and support you, you need to be made aware of it. This is not a time to, you guys, stuff this stuff down and to allow these things to go unprocessed. We've had so many incidences happen over the last couple of months, everything from the pandemic to racial injustice that we get to see on the television day after day. And so many of us are still holding our breaths. And so if that is you, I'm inviting you to pick up one of my specials that I'm offering right now. So normally to work with me, and especially in the corporate space, my clients pay anywhere from $125 and up for about 45 minutes for me to hold a meditation or mindfulness space for them. And I know that for many people, that right now is outside of your comfortable zone, right? But yet I also know, and God and Spirit is showing me, that it's so needed. And the clients that have taken me up on even just a 20 minutes have felt relief, liberated, freer, calmer, relaxed, and even shown, again, as one of my clients said, to help me bring out the light within. And so I'm offering up now 10 spots to anyone right now who is feeling like they are holding their breaths, that they are watching the news, waiting for this to turn any moment, and each day, as we know, that's not what's happening. And so if that is you, I'm inviting you to take up one of my 10 spots. I'm offering 45-minute sessions for, I think, $65, and my 20 minutes for $40. Yeah, check the notes. Because my goal here is that I don't want anyone, especially my fellow Black women and women of color that have been shouldering so much and now may not even know what to do with their kids during the day, still trying to work and hold it all together. So I want to provide space and a container for you to also be supported. So if that is you, definitely take me up on that offer. And for those of you that, as I say, I always invite you into a practice each week for Mind Soulful Monday. And this week, I'm really inviting you into the practice of mindful awareness and noticing. To notice what is coming up for you, to notice how you're feeling, and to notice what you need. I'm inviting you to notice what you need right now. What would let the air out? And for me, that is my mindfulness practices and prayer, right? God always, Spirit always. Hugs from my son, love, kisses when I can get them, right? But my breath work, my yoga, my meditation, my prayer, my quiet time, my son, my gratitude practice, they're getting me through. And as a result, allowing me to still be a vessel to help other people. And so I'm offering this up to you and really hoping that over these next couple of months, right? We've got an election, we've got so much to get through, and we're not going back to how it is. And that is probably a blessing. So I'm inviting you this week to pay mindful notice and awareness to everything that's coming up in you, everything that you're feeling, and more importantly, how you are seeking help and support. Because if you haven't been told this today, you matter, you're important, you're needed, and you're loved, and you're so completely valuable, and your needs, wants, desires, they're important, and they matter. So anyway, I would love for you to love this post, show a care for this post, to comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear how you guys are coping, how you're feeling right now, and I would love for you to share this out. And if you're one of those 10 people that know that you need a little bit of support, whether it's a 20-minute container or a 45-minute container, I am here for you. And if for some reason those prices don't work and you really feel like I absolutely need this, please message me, because at this time, it's important. It's important. So have an amazing and blessed week, full of all of the restorative and nourishing breaths that you need. And I will talk with you soon.